Well, hello there. I hope you're doing well. And before we begin, before I give you the entire spiel of what we're gonna be up to, I have a confession to make. Last, I believe it was Sunday, there I was, lay in my bed at 5 AM, thinking, pondering about the greater things in life. And then, I was trying to do my dailies on this account in particular. And while I was doing so, me, Mr. Slippery Butterfingers, pressed the wrong button. I was trying to go on the shop here and collect all of these stuff, but instead, you know, I was admiring Aizen's figure as I usually do for a couple hours. And then for whatever reason, I decided to, click on this godforsaken button over here. And what happened then could only be described as me going into a spiral, because for keen people out there can notice that I don't have any spirit jays left. In fact, I don't have that many tickets left either. But all that being said, I did the unthinkable. I go Eisen B4. Now, to tell you the entire spiel of the first temple I did, I go Aizen in one temple, and they gave me full sense of security because what I proceeded to do then is getting about 60 pools deep. And then I got another Aizen, and I was like, you know what? I'm already B2 deep. Might as well go all the way. And then proceed to do about another 120. And here we are. I'm broke, but I have B4 Aizen. So, I don't know. That's my confession. That's my confession for the day, guys. So, now we address the elephant in the room. Look, I had to do it. I had to do it for my man. Anyway, hi there, Angel. Hi there, Banu. Hi there, Aya. Hopefully you guys doing well. So today we're gonna take this gentleman right here. I built him a little bit. He is not like super well built. 50% crit rates with, his weapon stat is like 76, excuse me. 103% crit damage, pretty low, but workable for now. Hi there, Joel, hopefully you're doing well. Ultimate recharge is not really what he needs, but I don't have a single good, attack piece for him. And this one is not even that great either, so I literally have nothing else to give him. I have this one, but it has alignment damage, and I rolled once in there already. And everything else, I've been farming his stamps for the past 5 days, and I just couldn't for the life of me get anything good. I did, however, get this one. This one was pretty nice. I rolled crit rate, crit damage. I'm still on the hunt for spirit damage one. This one is okay, but it's not ideal. I would like some better sap stats because defense and flat HP, rather what, not flat, but percentage AP is not that great. There, Ashley, hopefully doing well. Glad to see you. So yeah, and our Nell's still looking the same. I didn't change her build at all. She's still looking decent. Her crit rate is a little bit on the lower side, but the crit damage kind of pops off. So let's get straight into it, I guess. I haven't tried this game mode at all. Oh, nice, Joel. Nice. Same. I couldn't resist. Look, I was talking to a bunch of people in my guild chat, and they were all showing off their B4 Eisens, B6 Eisen. I was like, I'm over here with my B0, feeling left out of the party. Ugh. 95 mil is pretty good. I assume you're talking about the raid boss, right? On this one. Because I remember before I got B2 Nell and B4 Eisen, I was doing roughly about 100 mil. And my characters were pretty good builds. So I'd say anything between 80 to 100 is really good here. Especially if you don't have boundaries. If you do have boundaries, you need to do probably... If it's B4, probably about 150 to 200. Oh, you're talking about the full release. Ah, sorry. I see. I don't know how this is graded. I just know And that's another thing that I wanted to ask. I don't know how the ranking works, but why is there people level 40? There's no way, right? Like, was B for Aizen alone? How is this possible? Because I was taking a peek. Like, this guy has fully B6 characters, and he's only number 5. Meanwhile, there's 4 people. Okay, this has got to be cheating, right? There's got to be people using some sort of hacks, because this is not possible. In 7 seconds. Like, this is impossible. Ugh. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. I actually never tried, like, training mode, to be honest, as a damage measuring tool. But it's not too bad. Hi there, DBL. Hopefully you're doing well. So, yeah, I just thought I'll point this out before we begin, because I assume there's quite a lot of cheaters over here. We, on the other hand, are going to be doing it with our raw prowess. We don't need any cheats. All we need is B4 Aizen. That's all we need in life. Okay, we're probably gonna play around, see who works better for each stage. I'm gonna start with Aizen, because, you know, that's how we're going. I don't know if I should use him as a main DPS and just put Momo in there and just go like full Aizen, or if I should do Gin. I'll try with Gin first, because I know Aizen is gonna be doing more damage. But I think Gin is gonna help him out, you know, with rotation a little bit higher. And I think he's charging his, like, battlefield skill after his ult a little bit faster that way as well. That's pretty good. I mean, you want to ideally have full max crit rate. Ideally. You don't have to, because, like, at the end of the day, crit damage is gonna mitigate, like, any crit rate you're losing, because you gotta think about it this way. The higher the crit damage you do, the more your crits do. Even if you crit, like, less times, overall damage is probably gonna be higher. Okay, let's do this and see how it goes. I think he'll be fine. 8k is pretty good. 11 pity as well. I think we're gonna do these on order until we reach the last stage. There's no real point manually doing these. Oof. Sagdu, you know what you have to do. And I bet you fully maxed out, right? Hi there, by the way. Hopefully you're doing well. Unfortunately, I can't say the same. Mai's only measly B2. Mai, I think, is 42. Actually, she's doing really well. Because, like, on the new raid boss, I was trying her out yesterday, because before I was running Aizen, and Aizen was doing about 200 mil. I actually run her with Gin, and she was actually doing 280. So, obviously, because thrust damage gives her more damage in the boss fight, but I was still really impressed considering she's only B2. Because she was kind of playing toe-to-toe with Aizen, almost. So that was kind of impressive. Kind of impressive. Ooh. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty nice. I think Mai has 50% crit rate just because I didn't get really good substats for crit rates, but I think she has, with all the, like, buffs and whatnot, 200, almost 300 crit damage. So she's actually, like, I think her ultimate does about 15 million, somewhere there. Sometimes 20 if she, like, stacks up her crit damage all the way. So she does a lot. I think that's not a bad idea, to be honest, Segdu. I think I did the same. No, I went alignment. I went alignment because I just assumed her alignment damage would be relatively high. I think her alignment damage for me is 106 or something, somewhere there. So she does quite a lot. I'm pretty certain, at least. Let me just double check. Because, like, the thing is, attack is good because, like, your dot damage scales off your attack. So the more attack you have, the higher your dot damage going to be off the rip. But I don't know, I went alignment damage quite high on her, 118. Because I think, and this piece was like super gold, like look at this. This is probably my best piece on the entire account, and it has increased ultimate damage by 22.5%. Like, this is like my crown jewel, shall we say. So other stats are pretty good as well, like this one is okay. You know, it has attack, alignment, crit rate, crit damage, which is pretty nice. And this one is decent. It's not ideal because it has defense and like flat attack, but it rolled into everything good, so kind of equalizes itself. Hi there, Random. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know, Segde. I was thinking the same, but like, I think she does quite a bit with her alignment damage. And it's also recommended here as well. So like, I don't know the specifics of like her damage breakdown, but I would assume she stacks it quite high, especially with Gin together. But I don't know. I don't know. I just really like their piece, and I was like, you know what? This is it. Okay, let's keep going. No, I haven't, Ashley. I haven't. That's something we're probably gonna do later. I completely forgot about it. So that's her suboptimal bond, because I think right now I'm using Gin's one on her. But if I get her own, I mean, she's gonna be absolutely going bonkers. Look, Random, I was the same. I was the same. I was just telling the story of how I went for B for Aizen. I had, I think, 50,000 no, 30,000, because after Nell. And basically, well, in the span of one weekend, I spent about 60,000 J's worth of fools. Give or take, roughly. And man, that hurt. Because I think right now I'm at 3K. I do have 48 tickets, but it's still no ideal. No ideal place to be in. Oh, absolutely. I think her B2 is probably like the craziest one in the entire game. And they buffed it as well, because before it was 20 seconds. But now it's... Oof. Now it's even higher. I think it's 30 seconds. And like 30 seconds is enough for her to like completely unleash her ult and go to Gin and maybe like do a full rotation still. And still have it up. I just think it's one of the craziest buffs out there. It's on par with... She essentially like mini Kisuke combined with the raw damage that she does. Because Kisuke gives you a lot of crit damage as well. Obviously more because his ultimate is a bit different. But she's basically combining like kind of semi-Aizen and Kisuke in one character. Which is insane. And I really doubt like she will get power crept in the future. Because like... You can argue that she only boosts alignment damage in her, like, you know, battlefield skill. But, like, at the same time, it's probably going to be a lot of alignment characters. And even if you don't have Gin, I believe Grimjoy is going to be alignment-based. So, you pretty much can just use her with him. And he's going to probably go even crazier. Because I assume Grimjoy is going to be absolutely broken. Unless I'm wrong. But hopefully he is, because like Grim is just such a cool character. I hope they do them justice. I know they're reworking him right now, and I don't believe we had any like leaks or news of who's coming next yet. So we kind of in the dark. But hopefully we'll be the big man. I think B1 Aizen is actually not a bad point of stopping altogether, because at B1 he gets more energy recharge, and that's kind of all you need. Because personally, I feel like you either go just B1 or B4 straight away. Like, B2, 20% spirit damage is nice. B3 is like, you know, just levels. But, like, it's no super game changer like Nell's B2. So, unless you go all the way to B4, I don't think it's really worthwhile, personally. Because, like, B1 actually changes his gameplay quite a bit. It gives him more versatility and helps with rotations. Man, these ultimates going crazy. Hi there, Liz. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. I probably could. To be honest, I just don't know what their synergy would be like, because Nell and Eisen both want to be on a field all the time. So I just don't know what their synergy would look like. But we could try it. We could try. I mean, let's give it a shot. I just don't think they both will. Like, Eisen just gonna compete with Nell for field time, and Nell is it needs a character like Gin who doesn't really want to be on field all the time. Otherwise, I feel like the damage is not gonna be there. But let's give it a shot. See what it looks like at least. This is like the most pay-to-win team ever. B4 Aizen, B2 Nell, Kisuke with like 210% crit damage. Golly. My Yuri, to be honest, if he's spirit support, I would like that, because my Aizen needs somebody like that. Because Kisuke is just one man. I can't use him everywhere. Yeah, you see, I don't have all charge on Nell, but it could work that way. But then you kind of sacrificing damage on Nell, so if you want to use her as pure like sub DPS, I think ultimate charge is a better move. But I kind of build my Nell as a main DPS, and Gin is kind of like her support almost, in a way. I know it sounds weird, but trust me. Ooh, 12 million, let's go. Golly, my boy popping off. Yeah, you see, like, Aizen doesn't want to let Nell on the field at all. The man is just going to be there by himself all the time. I appreciate the follow on Astro buff, either, by the way. Hopefully you're doing well. I probably will as well, just because my Aizen is already so cracked. I need him to be, like, at his ult best, rather. Because Momo is good. I don't hate Momo. But, like, her switch up of, you know, going from her first skill to, you know, charge attacks is just not fast enough for me personally. And if it whiffs, you're pretty much missing that damage. So, it's not ideal. Well, the thing is, I feel like if you guys pulling for dupes in the future, I feel like it's not a bad idea to basically go with the strategy, excuse me, of pulling like 40 pulls on the character banner, and if you don't get it, just save for the next unit. Because if you get early, at the end of the day, you got somebody early. If you didn't, you build in pity. So it's not really a lose-lose kind of situation. It's mostly, you know, just win-win, unless they release like a 4-star character alongside the new unit, and you want them in the future. That's the only like downside to doing that, but otherwise I feel like it's good enough. No. Actually, the only substat that Kisuke cares about, like, I run 0% ultimate charge rate on my Kisuke, and he still gets his ultimates all the time. Ultimate charge for Kisuke is not required. The only thing you care about is crit damage. That's all you want. And I would say the only time you would 6-star a piece is the middle one. Don't 6-star the like left and right side, because it's not gonna give you enough boost. It's only like 14% extra crit damage for wasting 20 stars. I just don't think it's worth it personally. Especially on a set that's like suboptimal, because I have a sneaking suspicion the next time like a support unit gonna come out, there is gonna be better set for Kisuke in particular. Because right now his set is just not it. It only gives him 10% extra damage for the entire team, but nothing else, and it's kinda, I don't know. It's just not anything to write home about, personally, I feel like. Hi, the Trident. Yep, of course I can. Hopefully doing well, by the way. Let me just let me give it a shot, see what we're working with here first, and then I'll give you a rundown on my main man Kisuke. Okay. So yeah, you see, my Kisuke has 0% ultimate charge rate, and he gets in like 3 to 4 base attacks. So he's pretty good in that regard. Okay, let's do this. Nice. Let's replenish Kisuke's ult. I mean, all your Kisuke needs, Liz, is as I said. is crit damage. That's legit. Even if you get like even main stats for left and right side are not that important for him. Because like all he will. Ooh, man, I should have waited until I didn't even pay attention until he go into spiritual dissipation, but that's fine. That's fine. We can live with that. Oh, did I whiff that? Alright, whatever. Oh, how did I miss that? I think my crit damage is about 200% on him right now. Somewhere there. To be honest, I don't remember exactly. But I think it's shy, like 2% of 200 somewhere along those lines. Because I tried to get him like a really good sub piece for left and right side, but I couldn't get it. Like the ones I have right now are not that good. So his damage is not as high as it could be. Crit damage rather. But it's work in progress. It's work in progress. And I just don't want to really farm for his set either, because I just don't think it would be worthwhile. Especially, as I said, because I'm hoping there's going to be a better set for him in the future. Okay, nice hit million. Love that. You didn't miss too much, Hakim either, by the way. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so far not too bad. Oh, come on. Oh, they didn't. Oh, man. Okay. I forgot completely that you need to get distracted. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Come on. Oh. 1.6 billion. Wow, that's pretty good, Hakim. That's pretty nice. Golly, this guy. Yeah, sure, Liz. I can definitely give you a rundown. To be honest, it's not the easiest rotation in the world. It is pretty tricky, because especially if you're using Gin, you kind of have to switch Nell in between her ult. Especially if you're using Keyskate, otherwise your damage kind of plummets. Okay. I can definitely do this fight better, because I kind of messed it up a little bit, but I think it's good enough for now. It is tricky, but at the same time, it's not like the hardest thing in the world. It takes a little bit of practice. But when you do get it down, it's actually pretty nice. Because what Nell gives you is staggering resistance, and so does Gin. So basically having them both at the same time and resisting all of the staggering is huge. Okay. Oh man, I messed it up. We can definitely do this though. I messed it up at the spinning phase. I should have blocked it better. Anyway, let me show you my Kisuke Sensei is asking. He's not like the best right now. He's 198.9. I don't have any ultimate charge because the pieces I go, I legitimately just focus on crit damage. And like, This one has 2 crit damage rolls, so this one's pretty good. This one has another 2, but my left side, I need better one, and I don't have anything better right now. Like I have strike damage, thrust damage, but I need something at least that's semi-usable, like attack. So if I can get better one for this, I think it's gonna be an absolute beast. But for now, it's good enough. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back. Wait, hold up. Which damage does it do? Okay, so there's no, like, damage increase. Okay, that's fine. We can definitely do this, though. Ooh, crit damage. Very nice, actually. Very nice. Okay. Let's go with Aizen now. But yeah, I never farmed Ki's cassette. All of those I got were basically from farming other things. So in one regard, it's relatively lucky because, as I said, I think the only time that I tried to get a few was at the very, very beginning. But otherwise, it's pretty much as fresh as gets. Okay, nice. Let's replenish Ki's ult. It's actually funny you guys talking about the heat. It actually, for the first time in a very long time, actually started to be sunny on my side as well. I live like in a coastal town, but even so, we usually don't get a lot of sunlight, as you can imagine, living in the good old UK. It's a land of clouds and rain, 9 times out of 10. Okay. Ooh, nice, nice. Love to see that. Exactly, Hakim, exactly. I mean, it's legitimately almost over because it's only like, what? It's actually tomorrow that March starts, so... Get your nice, you know, shorts out, guys. Prepare your best t-shirts, and it's time for some suntan in action. Get yourself nice and prepped for the fun festivities in the 3 months. Okay. He does indeed, Ashley, he does indeed. Very good, Ashley. You see? That's the kind of preparation I respect. Actually, Gin does not bad damage. 4 mil? That's pretty good. Actually, almost 5. Golly, Liz, you absolute no-lifer. Already level 24? Look at this woman. Unashamedly flexing it as well. Maybe. I wouldn't bank on it, to be honest. Hakim. It's one of those things. I would love for that to happen, but you never know. There we go. Come on. Okay, nice. There we go. Yeah, that went much better. Man, getting that battlefield skill recharge as fast as he does now is such a game changer. Golly. Okay. Ooh, look at that damage. 10 mil. Let's go. love to see that. Okay, let's reduce his resistance a little bit. Yes, let's go on. What's your question? If your question involves how much of a game I am, the answer is too much. Because look at this damage. Ooh, golly, I'm popping off. Let's finish it in style. Actually, let's finish it like this in style. Okay, there we go. Look, Hakim, I caved in, and I feel like I'm a little bit less of a man because of that, because before I could say loud and proud that I was grinding with my own two hands, not relying on absolute sheer power there is before Aizen. But defeat level high managed grinder fusion, okay. Number 46 on server. Let's go, nice. What's about the global? What's your bad, guys? Did I manage to squeeze myself in? I don't think so. Let me see. Let me see. No, I didn't. God, these guys. What are they cooking over here? Golly, sub 1 minute? By the way, Hakim, remember our unyielding... Look, Hakim, hold up. But look at these guys. Obviously, I'm doing something wrong because there's 4 people level 40 and 1 level 50. They're clearly much faster than me. And in fact, they're so much of a gamer that they managed to do it with B0 Nell and B2 Aizen. Clearly, I'm doing it wrong. Because this is sheer power over here. Listen, Hakim, some people may say hackers. They say, investors. Very nice, Signet. Very nice. No, I know, Hakim. I'm just joking around. But I'm actually proud of reaching on my own server in 220. That's pretty nice. Okay, let's see. What's like top 500? I'm ranked on my server, Lewis, but no on the league. I mean, I didn't expect climbing the global rank, to be honest, because like this is not the kind of power I have. Because I assume 99% of these people have B6 Aizen, you know? So I just don't think. Actually, no. Wait, hold up. Okay, this guy does. And it is kind of hard to tell who's cheating and who's not. He'll go B6 again. Never mind. Yeah, so like even the lowest ranked people here all have like B6 Aizens and whatnot. So I just don't think I have the sheer power. I could probably squeeze in if I like tried absolutely my hardest. But I don't know. Let's try all of them first, and then see if there's like one that I can 100% do. Because I didn't try like stupendously on this one, but it was a bit of an annoying fight. I feel like that fight is a bit of RNG heavy, because you kind of have to rely on both of those forms being in the same place, and then you can finish it faster. No, Gina. 80+. Trust me, Ashy. Same. I went to hard pity for everybody except Gin, I think. On this account, at least. On my free-to-play, I went to a hard pity to him. Well, Hakim, you have B6 eyes and fully duped out with with A5 weapon. What are you proud of? Just kidding. I'm proud of you. Good work. But I think I might be able to climb a few of them. It should be doable. Maybe if I just use Aizen instead of Gin and just go full like Momo maybe I would stand a better chance. But I think Gin just brings enough damage to, like, mitigate whatever Momo would give Aizen, to be honest. Because I quite like this team, and it also allows... Because Gin charges up Aizen's ult, like, almost straight away on his... like, when he pops off ult, his Battlefield skill, like the Dimensional Slash situation. He charges up immediately, so I feel like I do need him here. Otherwise, it's going to take a while for it to charge up. Alright, let's keep going. The thing is, actually, I don't understand why people use hacks, period. Especially in an event that gives you 0 gratification for ranking high. Like, the only thing you get is badges. But those badges don't mean anything. It's like basically getting achievements in, like, Dark Soul. Like, yeah, you get them, but nobody's gonna think you're better because of that. It's like, it's all for the purpose of testing your limits. I really like this game mode, because, like, I will be back to it every single time I pull a new unit, and, like, try it out, and see if I can work, like, new combinations, try different teams. Because I just think it's fun to, like, you know, think about, okay, this team did this much damage or beat this stage in this amount of time. What if I use something else? Well, it's a good question, because the thing is, it kind of depends if they're gonna go seasonals or, like, filler arc type characters. Because there's a lot of filler arcs, and there's a lot of, like, seasonal characters they can do for, like, summer, for spring, like, Power Soul stuff, for Halloween, obviously, and for Christmas. So if we do get those, it's kind of gonna thin out the pool a little bit, because then we're gonna get, like, the hype units much less frequently. But overall, I feel like they probably won't do that for now. I feel like that's probably gonna happen, like, in a year or two, because right now, I feel like they wanna get to the point where they released all of the hype units. Like, you know, Yamamoto, like, you know, Mugetsu, like, Full Hollow Ichigo, Sugura Tempado Ulquiorra, Stark, you know, Halibel, like, a bunch of, you know, Barragan, all of those guys, and a bunch of remaining captains, Soifon, Munahana, you know. And obviously, we only have one Espada right now in the form of Nell, and she's not even the main Espada, so... I feel like after they do all of those, they might not go straight into Stern Ridders, or rather, like Shinji's crew, because I feel like they might do that as well, alongside Espada, with all the, like, you know, character town fights, because there's quite a lot of fights happening there. Like, you got Toshiro versus Halibel, you got Yama versus Wonderwise, you got Stark versus Kyoraku, which is going to be a big one. You got Ukitake there, like, kind of in between. Who else was fighting? Soifon, obviously, against Barragan. I think that was all. Like, you got supports, obviously. Yamato was somewhere there as well. I really like Stark as well. I just like his such a nonchalant attitude towards things. It just resonates with me on a personal level. I think they did him dirty, personally. Because I feel like he was such a cool character. And, like, I like Kyoraku as well, but man... I don't know. I was just hoping there would be a bit more. And I'm also just interested in a character that's gonna be, like, playing with guns. Because when you think about his only character in the entirety of Bleach that has that, I don't think there's anybody else. I guess you could technically argue Soifon's bankai is a little gosh dang missile. But, I don't know, just something about firing your Ceros through a gun sounds pretty fun to me. Because we're literally going to be bringing guns to a sword fight, and I just don't know if the enemy's going to be ready for that. To be honest, I'm not, like, the biggest fan of Naruto. I don't like, hate it, but I don't know, just Bleach, I feel like, is one of the only animes out there that I don't hate any characters in. Because even the characters that are not, like, super appealing, like Omaeda or something, they have a little bit of charm, you know? Like Don Kenoji, I think he's hilarious, I love him. A lot of people hate him. They find him annoying, but Kon, you know, our Lord and Savior, especially the buff version, I mean, don't even get me started. The perfect individual right there. Does Lily have it? Oh, I don't remember that, Lewis, to be honest. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I guess Ururu has a gun technically, like a grenade launcher, so you know what? I guess you can include her as well. Depends, Hakim, depends. I feel like they're probably not gonna take them that long to rework him, because they have all the ground layout for him. So basically the entire process is already in motion. The only thing they probably need to rework is obviously how his ultimate works. Because I feel like the battle skill and not the battle skill, like the technique and the passives are probably fine, I would assume. Maybe needs like a tiny bit of tweaking. But overall, I feel like it's going to be the ultimate that's like the main thing that they have to obviously rethink entirely. Because originally he was going to be like Nell, from base form to, you know, ultimate. Which I personally would have felt like would be better, but, you know, we got to take what we can get. Hi there, Kakra, glad to see you. Try to tell why. Exactly, exactly. Shueisha is not that great of a company, shall we say. I feel like if they weren't responsible for this game with copyright stuff, the game would be so much better. Because I'm just hoping my boy Yamamoto, you know, is not gonna get delayed. Because if they delay him due to copyright, I'm probably gonna write a very strongly worded letter to Shueisha HQ and ask them to reconsider their life choices, because they ain't happening on my watch. Look, Kakarot, all you need to do is go online, type in your Google search bar, like Google Gemini or ChatGPT, and basically just type in how do you fix your life with this. And I'm sure they will give you better advice. Because let me tell you, I feel like you're screwed. But, on the brighter side, at least you can say you spent 2 days working, for once. At least you can say that. Jokes aside, I do feel bad for you. Because it takes me back to my... I see, you already tried the tried and true strat hacker, I see. Apologies. I didn't expect you to be that much of a intellectual enthusiast, but fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, it reminds me of my college days when I used to, like, design websites for my coursework, and I had to program an entire, like, app one time, and the amount of headache they used to give me was staggering. That's why I quit programming, because it's just too much. It's too much. I mean, Liz, might as well give it a shot. Probably would give you better advice than any therapist out there. Look, Kakarot, you didn't give up. You did a true general maneuver of tactical retreat. You're luring your enemy into false sense of security, and I respect that. All you need to do is just find the right moment to ambush him. Actually asking the true questions, the real questions. Okay. And let's do the last one. Alright. Now this is where it all counts. Let's see. Alright, Grim. I think Grim is an easier fight, so we probably can do better here. Overall. At least I hope so. Right, let me lock in for a second. There we go. Welcome back, Angel. Welcome back. There we go. Man, I just love this team so much. Like, the synergy between Aizen and Gin is so fun. It's such a fun combination. There we go. Ooh, very nice, Signo. Very nice. I'm probably not gonna get first on my service because they have like quite a lot of whales. I'm just satisfied entering at least top 100 on my server. Because my server is stacked with B6 Eisens. In fact, I don't think my Eisen is even in top 100. That's how much of a stacked server I got. And he has 45k battle power, so that's gonna tell you a lot. There we go. And then let's do this. Nice. I think on mine it's a little bit more than that. Because I go actually like some of the top people on NA on my server as well. There's quite a few people who like top 100 global ranking right now. So that's a bit annoying, but what can you do? What can you do? There we go. 21. It's like the 21. On an A, that is. Unfortunately. Oh, well, actually, I don't mind it that much. It's just weird. Because, you know, I don't live in North America, as you could probably tell from my speech, shall we say. Right, there we go. Nice. Some spiritual dissipation. Love to see that. Do this quickly. Oh, you are in NA as well, Segdu? Ah, right, I forgot. I forgot you're on my friend list. I forgot completely about that. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird indeed. But look, I guess we joined in the Freedom Land. Geographically, we couldn't have... What was that? Golly. Grim, you can't just be pulling maneuvers like that on me. Stopping time itself. Okay, there we go. Let's go with Aizen. Let the men pop off. Good. Love to see that. Let's go with ult. Let's do this. This. Okay, nice. Okay, 3 million, not too bad. Oh, no, wrong way. Okay. think so. Well, actually, probably not. Now that you mention it, I don't know. I haven't been counting. I probably should. Well, that would be the more sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? I completely forgot about those stacks at all, to be honest with you. Okay. 41st? Still not... Okay, how much in global are we talking here? Let's see. Alright, Liz, do give us the wisdom of the ancients. What do we have? I probably am forgetting to actually stack it up, actually, now that you mention it. I just always assume it's max, because to be honest, Gin like does so many attacks, so I just... You know what? I'll keep it paying attention next time, because I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think his damage might be low because he doesn't crit all the time. His crit damage also is only 100%, so it's not like massive. But I'll pay attention next time, because that could be the case. That I just don't pay attention enough, which wouldn't be surprising. "2016? You kidding me? That was my last year of high school, Liz. How could I live it down? It was the worst year of my life." Nah, just kidding. I don't remember what happened. 2016? That was 10 years ago. Who remembers that stuff? I don't remember what I did yesterday. Do you guys remember what you were doing in 2016? Because if any of you says yes, you lied to yourself. And more importantly, to me. Just kidding. But what was I doing in 2016? I was just finishing high school. I was right on the precipice of going to college. That's about it. I was playing WoW a lot at the time. Like, I think Legion just came out, so I was grinding that to hell and back. Other than that, I don't remember. You see? It doesn't work for Kakarot. Kakarot was living the high of his life. I hope so, Angel, unless you're 10 years old. You know how time works? Like, I know you're young, but you know they're young, Angel, are you? This is where Angel exposes he's like 5. He's been deceiving us all along. Listen, Liz, you gotta justify, you gotta give me the reason. You can't just drop a bombshell being like, stop thinking about things that happened in 2016. What happened in 2016 to ChatGPT that gives you the advice, Liz? Dive deeper. Go harder. Think about the possibilities. Well, you probably were like 4 or 5 years old, Angel, so I'm not surprised. I think 2016 was alright for me personally. It wasn't like amazing. Like I guess the feeling of finishing high school was pretty good, but technically I finished high school. Was it 2016? Yeah, it was 2016. Yeah, because the only reason why I was thinking about that is because I finished high school when I was 15, just because I skipped a year when I moved to UK. Because, you know, I was that good, I guess. I don't know. Teachers decided I wasn't, you know, fit to be with year 8, so they dropped me straight to year 9 at like 13. And, yeah, I think, yeah, I was 15, but my birthday is in July, so I was 16 by then. I finished high school when I was 15, though. Which not a lot of people can say. Ugh. Smile like... Angel, you can't be saying you're making small life decisions and then play 10 gacha games on the side. That's not how that works. And then telling me that you spend 20 bucks on coffees, left, right, and center. Like, you can't be serious with me right now. I respect the, you know, the confidence. But let's call a spade a spade. I wasn't a nerd, really, Kagura. I was studious, but not in the sense of studying for, you know, school subject, shall we say. Is Byakuya pretty hard? To be honest, Byakuya fight, in general, I feel like is the easiest out of all of these, because I just played it so much, so I feel like I'll actually do pretty well in it. Watch me not being able to even complete it. Oh, very nice, actually very nice, that sounds fun. What do you mean 20 bucks for... You see, this is a delusional man that we're talking about. This man comes in here, says, I'm making great life decision choices, and then drops 20 bucks for a coffee is not that bad. Where are you drinking your coffee? At the fountain of youth? In the depths of Hispaniola? Like, where does the water come from? Probably from the tap. Where does the bean come from? Probably from the nearest grocery store. What are you paying $20 for? What are you paying for? Golly. This guy. Not really a nerd. As I said, Kakura, I was just, you know, I was trying my best. That's about it. But I never went to study groups on it. I never really even did homework, to be honest with you. I was playing games more than all. Look, there's no coffee in the world. Even that, you know, poop coffee that you get from Vietnam, you know, the feral cats eat coffee beans and then, you know, excrete them and then they make coffee out of them. Even that coffee, I don't feel like costs 20 bucks per cup. Not to say that I would try it even if they gave it to me for free, but like, I'm just saying. To be honest, I don't drink coffee at all, so I don't have a horse in this race, but like, just the sheer price is staggering. I know, actually, but that's like the most... I think it's called Luwak coffee, isn't it? It's like those little feral cats, basically, that eat those specific coffee beans, and basically, while they digest them, excuse me, they basically filter them one way or another, and they don't like digest them fully, so it comes out, you know, now the end. And there's some poor soul out there has to go and collect them all, and then they wash them and make coffee out of it. And I'm like, whoever thought of that idea is quite an interesting individual, because that's not the kind of thing you just come across, you know. You have to actually deliberately do it. Fair point, Lewis. Fair point. Because I mean, I know some people who go to like Starbucks and whatnot for their coffee, but I don't think they're paying 20 bucks either. And that's like the most rip-off chain of coffee ever. I think you pay like 10, 15, somewhere there, but not 20. I don't think so, actually. I think you save. I think as long as it's not expensive, I think you're right. But let me show you, just so you understand what it is. So it's basically... Okay, there we go. Found it. So this is a critter that eats it. So it's basically these like raw coffee beans. By the way, this is what coffee looks like before it gets roasted, in case you didn't know, guys. So eat those berries Like, they leave those berries for these little guys. And then they basically do this, right? So they excrete... This is what a log basically looks like as it comes out. And there's some poor individual that has to go and collect them all. So, yeah. And basically, if you ever see this coffee, it's probably gonna cost you arm and a leg. Like, look at this. 100 grams is 141 pounds, which probably about 175 bucks. It's insane. So, yeah. This is like the fanciest coffee in the world. But I don't know. I don't know if I would ever try it. Trust me, Ashley, yeah, it does indeed. Hi there, Crazy. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Alright, let's find the bald man number 2. Yami's fight is not too bad. The shield could be a little bit annoying, but I think overall it should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Log there. There we go. I know. Trust me, Liz. That's why I would never want to go be rich, because I would have to eat pretentious stuff like that. And it's like, that's not good for anyone. There we go. Listen, that sounds good to me, Kakarot. Paying 30 cents for coffee, now that's value. You see, Angel, do you know how much coffee you can buy for 20 bucks with that? You can probably have enough coffee to last you a year. Okay. Come on, Yami. There we go. Oh, come on. This guy. Alright. That was a little bit of a scuff maneuver on my part, but you know what? It's good enough. Mess that up a little bit at the end. Man, that's gonna hurt. Alright, fine. You know what? We'll redo it better next time. Kinda messed up my rotation there in the end. It is what it is, though. Well, he meant to say that he's technically unemployed right now. Don't let him deceive you, because it might sound like Kakarot has his life together. This man goes to bed at like 6 AM every morning, plays gacha games 9 times out of 10, and then pretends like he's doing work while doing gacha pulls. Unbelievable. All that being said, he does work hard though, because those gacha pulls ain't pulling themselves. With the amount of times he lost 50-50, oof. It's alright, Kakarot. I'm not any better. Trust me. That's why I say we're all in this together. Fair enough, Kakra. I mean, you know, having a few sweatshops in the game is no easy task. You gotta maintain them. The last thing you want is a revolt on your hands. You gotta ensure that your employees, shall we say, are nice and well taken care of. Well, you see, it could, with enough ingenuity. You're not thinking big enough. What the end goal should be is like, I don't know if you guys know the kombucha guy, Dave GT or whatever his name was. I remember watching his documentary a long time ago, and he was talking about how he made kombucha, you know, go to India and all that, and he showed around his factory. There wasn't a single person there. It felt like it was a dystopian society where everything was done by itself, and there was a few shots of him just standing on the rails, and one of them, I swear to God, he was like, it's sometimes getting lonely. Meanwhile, just showing the entire factory, no single person inside. And I just like to think that nobody works there, and everything just automated. He just comes in like, yeah, I guess this is my life. So that's what Kakarot aspires to be, basically. That's his end goal. Alright, so far we reached silver on all of them. We might try to go for gold. I need to see what's like my best option after we completed them all. And see which one will allow me to, you know, basically get the highest chance of reaching that place. Yeah, let's go with Gia. Minimum wage, Kakarot? That's merely a suggestion. Oh, golly. Minimum wage for a factory worker? Kakarot, you're clearly not thinking broad enough. Do you think in the eastern part of the world, in all those sweatshop factories, those 10-year-olds getting minimum wage? Whew. Kakarot, come on. You gotta think like Jeffrey Bezos. Hiring unlicensed Venezuelans by, you know, penny on the dollar. You gotta make that profit, one way or another. I'm joking, by the way, I'm joking. Golly. I mean, he might be waving the red flag, Liz, is all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And there may or may not be sickle in one of his hands. Look, Kakarot, you gotta use the art of disguise. Just put enough, you know, just dip yourself into a bucket of paint and just pretend like business as usual. Or you know what you can do? Just wear a mask. Because a lot of people in China wear masks, and I feel like nobody's gonna question you that way. She is from Mexico indeed. That's what she wants you to know. But where she actually from is Deep Galaxy number Z293. She's a deep space creature that came to conquer our world all those eons ago. And she's just trying to learn, you know? Trying to find the best way of doing so. So you gotta be vigilant with Liz around. She conquered many galaxies on her way already. We are merely an appetizer for her. Am I right or am I right, Liz? You are passionate indeed, Liz. If there's one thing I could say about you, is that you never lack passion. And you know what? I respect you for that. Look, Liz, I just had to tell the good people in chat that, you know, they have to be vigilant. I can't afford you to sacrifice them to the eldritch gods. Yet, at least. At least wait until the end of the stream. Exactly, Kakarot, exactly. I'll take that as a compliment, actually. I don't know, I mean, I wouldn't say my voice is like super unique. Maybe slightly with an accent, I guess. You know, I got the Eastern European flair to me, in a way. But I appreciate that, Exactly, Kakarot. You ask and Liz shall deliver. No matter what it is. No matter what grade, what purity, what color. She can dye it pink for you if you want. There's any and every kind of snow you can imagine. She's like Santa Claus, you know? But instead of delivering gifts, she delivers snow. To all those in need. Because sometimes all you need to brighten up your day is a little bit of snow, you know? You can make snowballs out of it. You can throw it at people. You can, you know, touch it, feel it, smell it, perhaps. I don't know. Many things you can do with good old snow. Alright, let's keep going. Look, am I right or am I right, Liz? You got all the snow in Mexico. Like, have you ever seen Mexico? I don't think they ever seen snow, but that's because Liz got it all. She stashed it away and distributes it like rations for all those on joyous occasions. Whenever it's Christmas time, the government just has to phone up Liz and be like, Miss Elizabeth, we would like to request your assistance for deliver snow for the entire masses. And Liz would be like, well, what's your price? Because I'm a woman with particular set of skills, as good old Liam Neeson would say. You have, well, to be fair, you live in a desert, Angel. It would be weird if you did. I think you're missing out. Snow is pretty cool. You see, snow is basically like ice, but softer. That's all I can tell you. It's cold as well. I don't know if anyone ever told you that. What do you mean that doesn't sound well? You telling me, Liz, you're not doing the Lord's work? Providing chi and joy to everybody in need of snow? Golly, this lady. So humble. Oh. Tis indeed, Kagura, tis indeed. Well, depends. Depends what kind of snow. If you're taking snow from the road, yes. But all snow is basically the water vapor that gets frozen. Like, the water molecules just get frozen up and, you know. It's basically water. It's as dirty as rain would be. So it depends on where you live. If you have a lot of pollution, yes. If you don't, then probably not. Fair enough, crazy. Fair enough. Probably could be said for most of us. Amen to that, Liz. Couldn't have said it better. Well, the thing is, Kakarot, you know what rain is, right? It's water vapors that, you know, in atmosphere get form clouds, and basically how dirty your air defines how dirty rain is. If you're living somewhere in, like, London, you're probably getting acid rain on a daily basis. Meanwhile, if you live somewhere in, you know, like, Scotland Highlands, where there's nothing but mountains, you probably get the cleanest rain imaginable. You probably can't even use it as drinking water, for that matter. But I'm just saying, it really depends. Yeah, but the thing is, when it drops down, it accumulates all of it again, Kagura. You gotta take that into consideration. It's not that simple, unfortunately. Because how do you think acid rain forms? It's from the... If there's a certain amount of pollution in the air, the rain becomes acidic and basically, you know, can melt your body apart. Well, you see, Kagura, what's the difference between acid rain and normal rain? pollution. All these as well, I think. You gonna study in Canada, Angel? That's quite ambitious of you. It's quite a jump to make from Middle East to Canada. Interesting. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot that. I need to do this manually. Okay. Let's get this party started. Let's see what we can do. Oh, you already got family. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not too bad then. Okay, I messed that one up a little bit. Hold up. But yeah, that sounds quite nice indeed. You know, getting out there, experiencing the world, and all its joys. And I heard Canada is a pretty nice place as well, so... Never been there myself, but I would love to go. I would love to go. Oh, interesting, Angel, interesting. Did your family originate from Canada? Or did you just decide to move there? There we go. Right. Oh, come on. Okay, I messed that one up. Let me retry that quickly. He's gonna put his seal of doom on me. That's not what you want. Oh, interesting. That's fun. Because, like, well, I guess I technically have the same because my uncle decided to move to Japan. So basically, in, like, a few generations, majority of my family is gonna be from, like, Britain and, Japan, which is actually interesting when you think about it. Family trees are a crazy thing. You got all family in France and Dubai as well? Nice. Very nice. It's always good to have, you know, relatives in different places, because if you decide to go on vacation, you don't have to pay rent. You can be just like, cousin, uncle, I'm here to visit. What do you mean I can't? Impossible. Okay, Kishka does my head in. Ooh, actually, hold up. Oh, there's something happened? Actually, I didn't see anything in news. Oop, the golly. I keep trying to pay attention to a fight and chat at the same time. I didn't check the news, Angel. If there's something important, I'm oblivious right now. So, excuse my ignorance. Oh, I didn't know that, Angel. Sorry to hear that. No, as I said, I didn't check the news this morning. I just woke up and, you know, took a shower and here I am. Golly. No, I didn't hear at all. That's terrible. God. Hopefully you're okay, though, Angel. Hopefully it's nowhere near you. At the bare minimum. But that sucks. Golly. It's like, why can't everybody just get along, you know? I'm glad you're at least keeping the high spirit about it, Angel. It's like Liz waking up to the sound of, you know, earthquake alarm. I respect you guys as, you know, cheery at you about things like that. go. So a little bit. Oh, golly, sorry to hear that, Angel. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Oh, okay. That's at least the good part, Angel. At least. But yeah, I can't even imagine. And it's probably one of the most terrifying things you can experience in life. Just, you know, living your life and then out of nowhere, a bloody bomb comes out. Just try to keep yourself safe, Angel. It's the best thing you can do. Oh, okay, so none of them actually landed. Oh, that's at least a good thing. Because I thought maybe some of them landed, but just didn't hit anything, fortunately. You and me both, Ashy. I'm pretty sure there's nobody out there who's like actively, oh, war's great, you know? No, it sucks. For everyone involved. It's not something you want to be part of ever. Because, like, I remember when I was young, I used to listen to my great-grandfather tell me, like, a bunch of war stories. And a lot of the times, he would, like, talk about it, not with a fond memory, but being, like, basically as almost a cautionary tale of being like, yep, this is what war all about. And he would never, like, hide the truth. He wouldn't make it, like, glorious battle, being like, oh, yeah, I was, you know, on battlefield. Because he was, I think, like, lieutenant general or something at the time. And he was saying that sometimes, you know, he would go out there and he wouldn't know if he comes back tonight. So he would write, he would do it himself and make everybody else in his squad basically write letters to their loved ones in case they don't make it. And that's just a scary thing to even think about, you know? Just being like, well, this might be it. That might not be tomorrow anymore. Oof. Didn't mean to get existential on you guys, but yeah. Let's all be friends indeed, Liz. Let's all be friends. There's no need for conflict. Life is too short to argue. We all are living on this mortal core plane of existence for a limited time. But that's just the reality, Liz, you know. He was a hardened man. He was like the manly man, you know. He was the kind of man to bench press a car and not feel a thing. I'm obviously exaggerating, but it's, you know. Oh, sorry to hear that, Angel. Man. Because I thought maybe all of them go intercept it and nothing happened, but... Whew. Wow, Jesus Christ, that's just terrible. It's like, I just don't understand the people who make these decisions being like, oh yeah, let's bomb this place. It's like, why? Just why? Especially for civilians, it's like... Oh, absolutely, actually. I mean, pretty much probably 99% of men that came from their, like, environments. Because when you think about it, back in the day, you got drafted, I think, even as a child, really. Like, 16, I think, was the drafting age, wasn't it? So, imagine if you go to, at, like, 16 to an actual, like, battlefield, and then, like, that just shapes your entire life after that, because you don't recover from those battles. It's like, think of it this way. Back in, like, old-timey Victorian era or whatever, no, you know, in times of conquest and whatnot, you were supposed to hold a sword as a knight from the age of, like, 10. They basically would train you your entire life to essentially fight against people. And it's kind of the same with, you know, like, military environments. You basically get trained your entire life for, like, one purpose, and the said purpose is to defend the place of your employment, essentially, and your country. So, it's a very tough life to have. Like, obviously nowadays it's not as strict as it used to be back in, like, knighthood era, where, you know, you had honor, chivalry and all that. Nowadays it's not quite that simple. You can't just challenge, you know, because sometimes they used to resolve, like, wars through one-on-one duels. Basically, like, the commanders of both armies would go forward and basically, like, have the sword duel, and whoever wins basically won the war. But so did I, actually, so did I. I never even held the sword before I was, like, an adult. But to be fair, the idea of, you know, learning the path of a blade is quite alluring. You know, if there's, like, an old sensei came out and he's like, I'm gonna teach you the way of the blade, I'll be like, you know what? I'm in. No worries, crazy, no worries. Have a good one, and I'll catch you later. I'm actually fasting today as well, to be honest. Not for that specific reason, but just in general. Well, the only reason why I held real swords is because when I went to Japan, I actually visited quite a lot of like old-timey blacksmith shops, and I've seen quite a lot of like cool swords being made. So I held swords before. I don't own any of my own, because I don't think you can get a sword through customs. You know, I don't think they're gonna really allow you to do that. Even if you're like, oh, this is a gift or something, you know, it ain't gonna fly. But I always like the idea of, you know, having like a katana or something, or, you know, a sword, like claymore or something. Because it just sounds fun, I don't know. Well, they kind of did in Europe as well, because chivalry code, you know, was a thing. Smuggling in. I mean, I could order it from there to get delivered here if I wanted to, but I just don't know. Listen, if Zoro teaches me the swords, I'll teach him my navigational skills, because let me tell you something. I'm as good with the blade as he is with navigation. So it's gonna be a match made in heaven. I don't think it's a real thing. I mean, it could be. I never actually looked into it, but the idea of holding a sword in your mouth is not that outlandish. I'm sure somebody in history tried it. I just don't know how effective it would be. Because, like, when you think about it, the way Zoro uses it is very, like, anime forward. But in real life, how would you utilize it, you know? Because your head doesn't really have that much of maneuverability. Like, it's very limited, so unless you, like, charge somebody, that's the only way I can think of how it would be effective, I guess. Liz, I don't think I'm allowed to hold weapons in my possessions, because let me tell you something, I'm pretty clumsy. If I had the sword, I would unintentionally perform harakiri whether I like it or not one of these days. Because I get cuts on my hand like all the time from like cooking. Because I sometimes like stop paying attention and I nick myself a little bit on the hand. So I wouldn't trust myself with a sword. With a proper sword. It's like, even if it's a replica, I don't think I'm responsible enough to own a weapon like that. I mean, probably actually, because like swords are not light. Like, they weigh at least, like, a proper katana weighs at least a couple kilograms. So it's not like no weight at all. Like, some of them are smaller and like lighter, but it's still a lot of pressure to have on your jaw. So I don't think anybody out there would be able to like actually utilize it properly. The thing is, double sword fighting is pretty hard, because when you think about it, like in history, I believe there was like double swordsmen before, both in like Japan and in, you know, Europe and whatever not. But the thing is, it's not the most practical way, because when you think about it, it's all about how much power you exert. And if you're using like one sword, like let's say if you use like Claymore, you grip it with your both hands. And when you're swinging it, you're unleashing basically your entire body weight on it. If you're having two swords, you're basically separating your powers. You're basically splitting it right in half. You have better way of like blocking and whatnot, but if you're talking about like pure power, unfortunately you're not Kirito, you're not gonna, you know, pop off. And also, to give you a more, you know, up-to-speed example, think of Kenpachi when he was fighting Noitora. He was holding his blade with one hand, and when he gripped it with two, and just unleashed the strike of a century, that's how he won. So that's basically it. And if you're not gonna follow Kenpachi's advice, who are you gonna follow? The man been through all the battles known to mankind. Listen, Liz, it wasn't a weapon, it was a toy. That just became a weapon in my hand. That's why I'm not holding anything, you know? You know that a true master can use anything as a weapon. Have you ever seen John Wick? Come on. Like, you give me a pair of chopsticks and I'll probably penetrate somebody's hand with it with enough precision, dedication, and time. And, obviously, velocity. Exactly, Ash. If only Yamamoto gripped sword with two hands. You see, that's why he fell short. Oh, I know, because his bankai is, like, the most broken in the world. Like, there's literally no single bankai in entirety of Bleach that can compare to him. Even Aizen's probably can, because, like, his entire shtick is that he can manipulate the dead and basically control it as much as he wants. So, if that doesn't sound overpowered to you, I don't know what is. The thing is, we don't know Aizen's bankai. So, it never got told, but like, Yamamoto's bankai is the most broken one. Because the thing is, if he unleashes it, he can burn the entire Soul Society in like minutes. That's how broken it is. And I don't want to spoil why or how, but we get to see it, and man is it cool. It's like, it's probably the coolest bankai I've ever seen, personally. It's just so cool. But yeah, his entire shtick is that he basically never uses his bankai because it's too overpowered. And it makes sense because he's like the main man of Soul Society, you know? He's the guy that made Soul Society. So for him, you know, to have the most OP bankai just makes sense, canonically. But Aizen could be better, I don't know, we never see it. Ichigo's bankai is not that strong, to be honest, Kakarot. Like, when you think about it, like, on the actual power scale, the reason why Ichigo is so OP is because he has a bunch of powers, you know? It's not his bankai. His bankai is actually relatively you know, just okay in comparison with everything else. Because all it does is make him faster. Which is cool, but it's not like OP. Unless we're talking about Mugetsu. Mugetsu is just completely broken. But he can only use it once, so we're not taking that into account. And he also has, like, you know, hollow powers, and later on another power that is a pretty big spoiler, so I'm not gonna say which one in case you guys never seen it. But it's from his mother's side, basically. So he has, like, this holy trinity of powers that he can just combine and use however he wants. And basically he's the only person in the world that can do that. That's why he's a protagonist. But if we're talking, like, pure power scales, I think Yamamoto's number 1. Kyoraku's number 2, because Kyoraku's insane. And Kisuke's number 3. I feel like those are the 3 ones. Because, like, Kisuke's just so crazy as well. Like, the amount of stuff that he can do is insane. Kyoraku's is just busted. Because he literally made Ukitake go white from seeing it. Alone. So, you can imagine. Well, that went. But, yeah. I did read Bleach manga, but we're talking about just bankai, you know? We're not talking about 1000-Year Blood War. We're talking, like, pure, you know, power. Because that wasn't really part of his bankai. That was different thing. You're alright, Liz. Don't worry about it. Kagura is just worried for you. I actually quite like this Byakuya fight. It's not too bad in comparison to everything else. Ooh, I actually never seen this one before. That's a new one. I don't think I ever seen that attack. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's fine. I completely forgot that I didn't even use this. Golly. Okay. Oh, Byakuya, come on. This guy. Like, Byakuya is the most fun fight, but at the same time it's one of the most annoying ones, because he just has so many mechanics where you just have to waste time, so you can't really, like, do it fast, necessarily. Especially his white wing form, that one is the most annoying out there. Because I don't even know how you counter that, to be honest. Maybe I can actually do that with Gin's, I guess, technique. I might be able to cheese it. No worries, Kakarot. No worries. I'll catch you later. Nothing wrong with that, Liz. Nothing wrong with that. Shanks is a pretty cool character. Even though I'm not like the biggest One Piece enthusiast out there, I do like that man. There we go. Nice. Okay, nice spiritual dissipation. Love to see that. Kankura, why is everything gotta be Rainbow Pepper for you? He's just admiring character. Jesus Louise. This guy. Oh man, I hate this so much. I don't think I'll be able to do this. Okay, I need to restart. This fight. I know, Hakim, I know. Trust me. Well, he uses it wisely, Liz. He uses it wisely for slander. There we go. I kind of have to lock in for this one, because this one is not the easiest fight out there. With his shields and whatever, no. Because Byakuya is kind of like the only fight that actually has double shielding mechanics. Every other fight in this game only has one. Like Kenpachi's and Mayuri's, but this guy, he came out and said, nah, give me two. And the second one is almost impossible. I don't think I ever actually counted it. I mean, Bleach is a good franchise, Ashi. Can't blame you for that. There we go. Okay. Yakuini Senken, unbelievable. I do like the visual. Like, this is probably one of the coolest looking boss fights, but man, is it annoying. Look, Byakuya is good. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Byakuya, but I feel like they clowning my man for no reason. He's not the best character out there, but he's not the worst. Tough to say, to be honest, Hakim. Like, I think Aizen personally, but that just comes to my own preference. I think damage-wise, they both do kind of the same stuff, but I don't know. Look, I totally understand that this comes with biasy because it's Aizen, but at the same time, I just have to, you know, give credit where credit's due because Aizen is the man. But Nell is close second. They like nose and nose, you know? I wonder if I can cheese it. Can I do enough damage to bypass it? That's a no. You see, I hate this so much that you can't even bypass. So it doesn't even matter how much damage you can do for this. It's just not gonna be enough. Aw, man, I used it a little bit too early. I was hoping that I can cheese it. Whatever. Whatever. Byakuya is son of a gun. I'm sorry again, but your sacrifice shall be forever remembered. Hi, the realist. Glad to see you. Hopefully, doing well. No, wrong way. Wrong way. Man. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, you know what? Let's retry this. To be honest, Dange Ichigo is like pure physical strength, so it's, and, you know. The Shikai one is pure spiritual power, so it kind of just depends which one you think is stronger, brute force or spiritual power. Listen, Liz, don't you dare. Don't you dare try to tarnish my pristine reputation as a true gaming barbarian that I am. To be honest, that might not be a bad idea, Hakim, now that I'm thinking about it. Let me rebuff myself quickly. Save the ult. Either way, glad to see you. Hopefully doing well. Oh, stop with your Senki. Golly. There we go. Alright. I think this is looking much better than it was before. Doing pretty well, just, you know, trying to beat Byakuya over here. The man been clapping my cheeks like nobody's business for the past hour. Well, no hour, but about 20 minutes. Either one else, hopefully you're doing well. Let's see you. I'll mess that up. I'll mess that up. God, I'll mess it up, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. Nice. Go. Oh, he is, trust me. I'm trying to get the 40 seng, but sometimes I just don't have enough time, to be honest. Okay. Speak for yourself, Hakim. I'm a free-to-play out here, through and through. I just can't. How are you supposed to clean those up? I don't understand. Like, get out of the way. God, Byakuya, you son of a gun. I swear to God. Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea, Void. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Hi there, Kekaru. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Fine, Hakim, fine. Golly. Fine, I'll do it. I forgot, actually. Fine, I'll put Nell in there. It does? Okay, I didn't know that. That's actually a good tip, Void. If this pay-to-win way the Kakarot is trying to make me do doesn't work, I'll go with your strat. Because I probably will just save Gin's ult then. Okay. Alright, this works out for now. Oh, anyway, wait. I forgot. There we go. Hi there, Hamler. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see you. Okay, let me... Okay. She does give a little bit slower charge up for Aizen, which I'm not the biggest fan of, shall we say, but I think she does more damage overall, so. Alright, Byakuya. Ooh, actually, she shreds Byakuya's shield that much better. I like that. Oh man, there was one charge left. So annoying. There we go. Okay. Oh man, I keep forgetting. Wait, did I bypass it? How did I bypass? Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I thought I saw for a second it was that white wings one. Never mind. Never mind. I got excited for a second. I thought I managed to cheese it one way or another. But that wasn't the case, unfortunately. I completely forgot about Nell's ult. Yeah. Oh, I lost the track of what I was doing, man. I'm terrible. Okay, fine. Let's just pop it off. You see, the damage would have been so much better if I actually did it properly. Oh, Byakuya, you son of a gun! I mean, I did dodge it. I don't think I got tagged by it. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong though. I didn't really pay that much attention. Alright. There we go. I mean, Ichigo is ideal for this stage, but the problem is he doesn't do as much damage. Oh man, okay, you know what? Let me try the Gin tactic. Yep, my nail is B2 indeed. I just don't think she works that well with Aizen. I don't know. It's like Gin just gives him such easier time charging up his battlefield skill. I just feel like this works better. Hakim was his pay-to-win ways. I don't... But Byakuya one-shots you. It doesn't matter how big your shield is, it just gives you HP more. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong. I don't think it protects you from one hill. Look, I just want to try the strategy with Gin first. And then if that doesn't work, I will backtrack as I usually do. And try your maneuver. Exactly, Boyd, exactly. It was only 30 seconds left. I couldn't do it. I don't know. It just wasn't meant to be. Okay. Alright, give me a sec. Let me discipline this man quickly. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. Oh man, Byaku, you son of a gun, made me waste Aizen's battlefield skill. And it didn't even hit him. Golly, this is so annoying. Okay. There we go. There we go. That works. Gotta make sure that I don't mess it up. Yakuya. The problem is when he pins you down, we can't even switch the character, which is so annoying. That's what I'm doing, Kagura, that's what I'm doing. Oh, man. Okay. Alright. Well, there we go. No, wait. Ooh, very nice. Thank you for that tip, Void. I appreciate you, the true MVP today. I didn't even know Gin can do that, to be honest. I'm definitely saving that for a rainy day next time I'm struggling against this boss fight, because I think this is the first time I actually managed to pull that off. I never broke it before, because I just don't know how you're supposed to even do that. Hi there, Abdul. Hopefully you're doing well. Right now, I'm not ranked anywhere, unfortunately. I'm trying my best to climb the global. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet. But I'm doing pretty well. I'm about 50th in server rankings on all of them. Well, the global one is a little bit too far out of my reach for now. Ooh, nice. We take that. And now let's finish it with this. You were tremendous help, because if it wasn't for you, I probably would be sitting here for the next hour or so trying to figure out how to beat it. Okay, this Byakuya fight was... I'm not gonna even try to climb on here. Because this shows how hard it is, because I'm only 36 on my server, and I beat it like at 249. So I assume there's not a lot of people... What's the ranking on it, actually? What's, like, people ranked here? 40 seconds, okay, yeah. That makes more sense. What's the last one? I'll try my best, Abdullah. I'll try my best. But I just don't know if I have the sheer raw power yet. Because, oh, actually, this might be doable. If I fix my rotation a little bit. Because this doesn't seem too bad. Neither did I. It was a suggestion from chat that I just utilized. Yeah, you see, a lot of these people have B6 Aizen. Actually, this one didn't. This one went with Nell. So maybe Nell is better for that fight. So far, I didn't reach any globals. I think we tried like, well, 5 of them. But I think the Byakuya might be doable. Because maybe if I use Nell team on that. You know what? Let's try Nell. Let's, you know, we've been using Aizen all this while. Let's give a little screen time to Nell. Because maybe she'll do better. I don't know. I don't know. Hi Dogam, hopefully you're doing well. I've been playing since day 3 of this game release, so end of November. So we're talking 2.5 months. No, actually 3 at this point. So yeah, 3 months. Somewhere there, give or take. The only problem with Nell is that, like, if you're using her on AI, like auto run, she's not very good. You kinda have to play her manually, which is a bit of a bummer. I'd say if you already have an established account which you play on, just save all your resources. Actually, no. I would suggest pulling for Aizen first. He should be your first character that you get. Or ideally you reroll for him. Because you get, I think, about 70 pulls when you reroll nowadays. So you can actually get him relatively easy. Without, like, having to grind the game for too long. And if you reroll, I personally, if you want to mid-max it, I would suggest going for Aizen and his weapon stamp. If you can get both on a reroll, that's a keeper right there. Alternatively, you get your Aizen, then you save essentially. Because Aizen is going to carry you for a while. And then I would suggest probably getting Nell as well. Because Nell is going to be another big character, and you can use both of them as main DPSs until you get other characters. Because, like, both of them have universal battlefield skills. Nell is alignment mastery, but Aizen is 30% damage for everyone. So you're getting both of them, using them as main DPSs. For Aizen team, you can use something like Key Scare, Aizen, and... oh, actually, no. Use Rukia, Aizen, and Momo, because you're gonna use Key Scare, Nell, and Torsen on the other team. That's gonna be 2 core teams, basically. You're using those, like, your Aizen's gonna be lacking a little bit, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do at the beginning. Don't invest in, like, Rukia and Momo too much, just get them to, like, level 50. Invest everything into Nell and, Aizen, get their core stamps, especially right now since you have a guaranteed event. Try to get 1 copy of each. Afterwards, basically save until you see a character that you like. Ideally, you want to have at least 3 build teams. So I would suggest personally to pull for the next character, who would be Grimmjow, because then he's going to cover you for the 3 teams altogether. Basically, you're going to have the Thrust, you're going to have the Spirit, and you're going to have the Strike team. And for Strike team, you basically can get also what was his name? Sergeant. You can get Sergeant there, or if you don't want to pull for Grimmjow, you can use Yoriichi. But she's not as good, and she's probably gonna fall off pretty hard when Grimmjow comes out, so that's basically it. Saving all your resources for Ikaku. Kalakim only you would do that. it's a patient game, you know. It's the case with all of these like team building games. It's basically the first month or even 2 months you're gonna be really like just grinding day to day, you know, finishing your story, building your roster. Basically just do story as much as you can. If you're stuck, level up your characters. I would suggest don't even worry about stamps right now. Until you reach level 55, just use whatever you have. You don't even have to upgrade them. In fact, I would suggest not to. Just grind your levels, grind your skill ups, grind your weapon. That's all you need to do. And then after level 55, that's when kind of like the end game starts. Not really yet, but that's when you start farming stamps. And after you reach level 65, that's basically when the real end game starts, where you unlock everything and you basically can do everything. And then you basically just farm your core stamps. I would suggest 1 copy of each minimum. I wouldn't worry about dupes, especially at the beginning. Dupes are good, but they're not important, to be honest. They're only important later when you want to, you know, scale up. This guy, level 76, unbelievable. I'm only level 75. Hakim, are you buying stamina? Be real with me. Level with me. Pull up a chair. Let's have a chat. This guy. Unfortunately, there's not really a fast way of doing it. Like, story is the only game mode that gives you the most experience. So basically, if you finish the story, if you complete everything, I think you would be able to probably reach level 50 in about a week or 2. And after that, you basically just play in the long game. Because I would never suggest buying stamina. And I would not... Personally, I would not suggest using pills until you reach level 65. Because that's when you unlock everything. Or until you reach, like, 5th level of every training. Because basically for this... For supplies, I think everything unlocks a level 50. So you can start grinding these. But for stamps, you need level 65 to unlock the last difficulty. So basically, I would wait until you can do this, and then dump all your spirit pills in there. But that's like the patient man's or lady's game, you know? If you are impatient, totally understandable, you don't have to do that. You can just use your pills and, you know, scale up fast. Don't listen to Hakim. Don't listen to him. He's a dirty whale unlike any. The man, the only thing he sees is dollar signs. If Hakim could pay for autoplay in every single ranking event, he would. Anyway. But yeah, basically that's all you can do, unfortunately. It's just kind of how it is. If you are planning to be free-to-play especially, you kind of have to be very resourceful. In a way, you can't just level up everyone and, you know, summon for everyone. You need to look at your account and basically pull for characters at the beginning at least that would be like ideal for you to build a solid team. Like for example, I have everybody except Kenpachi on my account. The reason why I didn't go for Kenpachi is because I have Ichigo, and Ichigo does the same role, not as well, but he does the same role, which is basically a slasher DPS. So you shouldn't really be pulling for duplicate roles. Like if you have Aizen already, you don't need another spirit battlefield unit, unless you want to get them, you know? So at the beginning you're basically filling all the gaps. In the end game you basically want to have support, tactical, and DPS for every single typing in SSR category, ideally. Because then you can just use any team whatsoever, and after you build that, you basically just can summon for whoever you want. Aizen is very good. Aizen is very good. Also, you know those star nexuses? Basically, never use them. They're the most rare currency. If you ever play Genshin, they're basically like crowns. So you don't get a lot of them. I played since day 1, and I think I only have 200 of them. Which basically, and you need 10 to level up one of your stamps to level 30. So basically, I can only do 20 in after playing 3 months, and I go high rank in every single ranking event where you usually get them. So yeah, there's no law. Golly. You guys would be the worst teachers. Somebody would give you homework and you would just automatically put like A+ on it and be like, ah, yeah, get out of here. Class dismissed, self-study for today. Meanwhile, you just pull out your phone and start playing gacha games. Alright, let's go. Temple, yeah, let's go! Alright, class, your teacher, just pull the big one. I got Aizen B6, so everybody gets to go home today. I think I'm at level 75 myself, but to be fair, it's like, at the end of the day, the level doesn't really mean much after you reach 65. There's no temples inside, Greg. False alert. False alarm. You can go back to slumber, don't worry. Hi there, by the way, hopefully you're doing well. Gin? If you go Gin, then that's good. That's good. Gin is a good character as well. Oh, Urahara, that's a big one. Urahara is basically the best support in this game, so he's gonna take your account to a whole other level. All you need to do with him is basically build him for crit damage. That's all he wants, because the higher his crit damage, the higher he's gonna boost your entire team's crit damage. Basically, every single time he puts ultimate up, he gives crit damage buff on the entire team, and the higher his crit damage, the higher the buff will be. Let's say you have 200%, it's 40 plus 40% of those 200, so you're basically getting 120% crit damage buff from Urahara alone. So, it is pretty good. What kind of food and music you've been eating and listening to, Greg? Huh? That's what matters the most. There we go. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a little peek after I'm done with this fight. Go. Alright, let's pop off. I've got to change my PC controls to have slightly better stuff on them, but because for that counter I need to press it rather than click it, so there we go. Ooh, solid 4.2 million, let's go. That's a golden number. Oh man. Okay, let me quickly buff this up. No worries about him. As I said, I'll give you a quick rundown of what he really needs. Just literally crit damage. He's one of the easiest units to build because he's one of the only units that doesn't want anything else. Like, you can literally run him with 0% recharge on ultimates, and he's still gonna probably absolutely destroy every single time you pull him out. Okay. There we go. Nice. Okay, pretty good so far. Greg probably went to listen to more music and eat more food, let's be real. Mango priorities. No, Ikaku is the worst character in this game. Don't even think about using him. Conserve your resources, sanity, and mental well-being by just ignoring him. Pretend he doesn't exist. Pretend his big, bold, shiny head is nothing but illusion of your mind. There we go, nice. Let me rebuff quickly. Don't, Angel. Don't. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Okay. So far, so good. Will that be enough? Ooh, man, so close. Okay, let me retry that quickly. Void. I'm appalled that you can even say that with a straight face. Okay, you know what? Let me try back with my Aizen, because maybe Aizen will do a little bit better. Let's see. I think this should be a little bit better. Yeah, I got too used to his dodges, you know? And Aizen requires less field time than Nell, so I feel like that's just gonna help me out quite a bit. Bankai Ichigo is alright. I mean, he's not like the best unit ever. In fact, I think he's probably the weakest of the DPSs right now, limited-wise. But I think he still does the job, you know? He's not like amazing, but he's good. You know, he does what you want him to do, which is do damage. And it's all his role basically entails. He doesn't give you any like crazy buffs for the team like a lot of other DPSs do nowadays. But, you know, it's fine. He's a main character, you know, he's a starring character. And they might buff him later. You never know. You started with Ikaku, sorry to hear that, crazy. Sorry for your loss. Because let me tell you, I didn't start with Ikaku, but Ikaku found me. Whether I liked it or not. In fact, twice. I was unfortunate enough to get B1 Ikaku. Oh, the beginning Ikaku was serviceable. But like right now, I don't think anybody out there, even new players, play with the counters nowadays. Because it's like, why would you? There we go. Pretty much, Liz, pretty much. And even then, I was advocated since day one that Tosin was better DPS. I said it since day one. There we go. I started, I think, with Tosin myself, and I think the second character I got was Ikaku, unsurprisingly. But before that, I don't actually remember who was the other one. I spent my select on Sajin, and in retrospect, I don't know if I should have done. Because I was like, he was the only character that I was missing, so I made a conscious decision of being like, well, there we go. I think Tosin is wonderful. If you don't have Nell, Tosin is absolutely fine. Like, he's obviously not better than Nell, but still. Look, I know Hakim, but like, I was literally like day 7 into the game. I didn't know what I was doing. In retrospect now, obviously if somebody asked me whether they should do that, I would say no, but that's what, you know, life is all about. Making mistakes, learning from them. It is what it is. Look, Hakim, I just did it for collection's sake. I wanted to have every single character at the time before I realized I'm not going to do that anymore. Plus, Sajin is not bad, especially if you get his B1, you know? He gives you crit damage. That's good. Could be useful. You never know. Will it be? Probably not, but, you know. Could be worse choices made. I could have selected Ikaku, you know? God forbid. I'm sure somebody spent, like, their first select on Ikaku because they saw all his, you know, thrust DPS, and then realized that he's the worst character in the world. And they regretted their life choices right then and there. Oh. That's good, Krieg. That's good. That's a smart choice. That's a smart choice. Kisuke is the most worthwhile to go for dupes, because, like, you're gonna use him forever, essentially. Like, I really doubt there's gonna be a character in the future that outright replaces him. There might be characters that are better than him, but I don't think he will ever get, like, fully outdated. Ooh. Oh man. Okay, let me check what buffs do I actually get. Yeah. Enemies affected by no debuffs. Ah, hold up. I see. So it's debuffs. Then now will be better, actually, now that I look at it. This was the right choice. Yeah, Eisen is still on. I think he's available until this Friday end, I believe, right? Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay. A level 30 in 2 days, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, let me rebuff quickly. Okay, I messed it up. I didn't get the full buff. Yeah. Okay, hold up. Alright. Let me quickly redo that. So did I, Crazy, so did I. It was captured live as well, so you know. Couldn't let show my emotions. But it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty indeed. One Ikaku is never enough, Liz. Ikaku is like a plague, you know. You catch one, you catch them all. You can't escape. That bankai does nothing, unfortunately. Ikaku's bankai is about as helpful as offering water to a drowning man. It doesn't serve any purpose. It's just there for looks. Go. Okay. I think she's already cursed as is, Crazy. I don't think we need to do anymore. Nature already did the spawn. She's as unlucky as me. There's no more cursing that can be done, really. That is true, but the thing is, if you have Tosin and Nell, you can just use Tosin for Gin, because Tosin is absolutely fine. Wait, what? I keep forgetting that Nell doesn't get staggered, so I don't keep paying attention to the health bar at all. Which is no ideal, as you can imagine. There we go. I personally wouldn't upgrade Tosin that much, to be honest, because he's good, but like he doesn't need dupes, to be fair. He's fine as is. To be honest, dupes in this game for standing characters don't really matter that much in total. Like, they're good to have, but they're not game breaking. He only gives it to himself. It's not to the entire team, unfortunately. Like, Kisuke's dupes are only for himself. They don't do it for the entire team, as far as I know. So they are pretty useless. That's why you're only kind of inflating his own damage. I don't think it's team-wide buffs. No worries again. It was a pleasure meeting you. Have a nice evening, and I'll catch you later. Okay. You are indeed, Liz, the greatest one alive. Welcome board unlike any. I don't... If they buff Aizen, that would be crazy, but realistically speaking, Ozak, I don't think that's happening. That would be something else if it does, though. I will be all about it. Also, hi there, Uzak, by the way. Hopefully you're doing well. Sorry, Cookie. Okay. They do indeed Hakim, but it depends whether they will get them. It's good and all to need in them, but like... no worries, Uzak. No worries whatsoever. Okay, there we go. Hi there, Justin. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. go. Nice. Oh man, I forgot to keep paying attention to the timer. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is a rough one. Should I try Aizen again? Look, Justin, happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. I'm not here to judge. We all, you know, simple cogs in this grand machine known as gacha life. Sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. What do you know is crazy? Lesby in particular, Hakim, I mean, we've seen her account. Her prowess is unmatched. Tell you that much. I think for the value you get, probably... I'd say Battle Pass, because, like, you just get so much resources out of it that you're saving, like, a bunch of stamina. Even though you get stamina pills from, you know, the actual, monthly card, but I just feel like you're getting way more than 30 spirit pills value out of it. I could be wrong, but that would be my personal suggestion. But monthly card is a really good value as well, because you're getting like, what, 2 10-pulls worth and a bunch of stamina for $4. I'd say it's pretty good value. At least it's better than the majority of other monthly cards you get in other games, which are unbelievably bad, usually. There we go. Welcome to the half-headed club, Justin. We're all in this together. In this life, you either pull or you get pulled. And clearly we're getting pulled. Because we the suckers that are falling for us. Nice. Doing some good damage numbers. Pretty much Void, pretty much. I'd say Battle Pass and just monthly card are pretty much like the best of the best, cream of the crop. Those like little offers that you get, like the one that we have right now in a wheel form, I think those are alright. And the other thing is, if the web store worked, they usually have like for $4 you can get basically a temple for both stamps and also limited characters, which I feel like that's pretty good as well. Everything else is kind of situational, up to you, but those would be like the only things I personally would consider. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. Exactly, Kakro, exactly. This is not your Genshin Impact over here. You get some actually decent deals. Those festival bucks, I would suggest even if you're low, spend it to get the first one because it's like 10 pull for $4. I think that's pretty good. But actually, it is decent value. It's not like the craziest packs in the world, but they are pretty good. They are pretty good. Look, it ain't happening, Hakim. I don't know how to tell you. Unless Dotrek comes back to that game, I ain't doing it. I'll tell you that much. That's probably for the better, Crazy. That's probably for the better. Just enjoy the game for what it is. Don't worry about spending. Leave it to Hakim. He'll spend for all of us combined. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Maybe? Is it? Oh man, so close. I can definitely do this. I just need to get a little bit better rotation going, but this is definitely doable. This is definitely doable. I want to see how many people on my server actually completed it. Okay, 44 people. That checks out, that checks out. Absolutely no worries, Abdullah. It was a pleasure meeting you. Have a nice day and catch you later. I just don't think Genshin stream would be worth it, period. Because the thing is, the only people who still play Genshin is Kakarot. But that's because he doesn't have any self-respect. Normal people don't. Because that game is basically like a very elaborate form of torture. You're essentially spending your time and sometimes money to get absolutely stomped on. But the good old Hoyo vs HQ. And it's just not something I think we all deserve. There we go. Nope. Nope. The only possible circumstance in which that could occur is if Dottore comes out. That's the only circumstance. Otherwise, no. Because it's just not worth it. Look. It was all done with, you know, with love and care, Kakarot. Neither do I have any self-respect for myself. None of us do. Do you understand that we're all gacha gamers? Respect is something we threw away a long time ago. We evolved. Because respect was holding us back. And so did shame. And without those two factors, we're just an evolved group of beings. There we go. Alright, decent damage, decent. Okay, let's rebuff quickly. Quite good. Resistant shredded a little bit. I started paying attention to the stacks to make sure they get 40 every single time, because before I kind of forgot about that. Forgot that that's part of Aizen's kit, to be honest. I usually just press buttons and hope for the best. That's my strategy in this game. And to be fair, 9 times out of 10, kinda works. Kinda works. I wouldn't say so, Hakim. I wouldn't say so. If Genshin is your home, that's an abusive home right there. There's all the kind of house you can just go and, you know, kick back, relax, have a good old time. That's the kind of home that you go to and you're like, okay, how am I gonna get screwed over again? Not very homey now, is it? Go. I mean, I know Cyber wouldn't. But the man dedicated his entire life to, you know, be a lawkeeper of that game. And I can't really blame him for that. Is that enough? The moment of truth. Why is the damage so low? God. Oh, man. God. It's like, he always gets 3 to 2 bars of HP left, and I try to play pretty much as perfectly as I can, and God, I just can't really out-DPS him. Let me see what other people are rocking. Is there even 500 people that beat this? That's my beating with B1 Aizen. I can't do. Well, he has Gin B2 though. I think that's a bit Mm. Okay, you know what? I'll try it again. I'll try it one more time. Because I keep my rotation pretty smooth, you know? I feel like I don't miss any DPS, but... the only problem is my Eisen crit rate. I know 100%, so I think he just didn't crit last time. And that's a problem. I think Voice has the same characters like I do. You got B2 Nell and B4 Eisen, I'm pretty sure. So, yes. To an extent. Kakarot? Not right now. I'm in the middle of doing something. I'll discipline you later. Just like Yami's disciplining me right now, clearly. Okay. There we go, that should be pretty good. Okay, this is what the crit one looks like. Okay, nice. Not today, indeed. This is what happens when I concentrate. I need all one brain cell to work at 2000% in order to pull this off. Otherwise, we're not looking for a good time. There we go. It is an indeed, Kakarot. It is an indeed. Okay. Would be ideal if he was in spiritual dissipation, but we take what we can get. Alright. Nice indeed, Kakarot, nice indeed. There we go. Alright. Now, all we need to do is don't choke. Which is a hard part. Especially when you meet. Okay. Let's go. Okay, nice. Okay. The Blaze, good to see you. Hopefully doing well. I messed that one up. Man, I messed that one up. Maybe we'll still have enough. That's pretty nice, Blaze. That's pretty nice indeed. I don't think I have enough damage, but maybe I'll luck out. Okay. Alright, maybe? Ah, no. Really close, really close, man. Every time. Trial characters are worthless, please. They're absolutely worthless. Don't even mention them in front of me. Are you telling me those trial characters are gonna be better than my B4 Aizen? Unbelievable. I think the only thing that messing me up is the inconsistency in Aizen's crits. I don't know about that, Blaze. If I'll struggle with this one and I can't beat it, I might have to resort to trying them, but let me tell you. I don't trust those trial characters. Something about their eyes. They're too shifty. Can't quite trust them. I messed that up. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit, I think. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Actually, trial again might be better. To be honest, because my again is not that great, but the trial again might be better. No, I only go to on my main. I don't need to on my free-to-play account. There's no real reason, because I have Toss in there. And Nell is more of a luxury rather than necessity. Because Magin doesn't do like a ton of damage, because he's mostly, you know, just relying on his impale stacks to do passive damage rather than just raw damage. And Aizen just kind of does it for him. Alright. Let me just quickly finish this up. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but I think for trial again, I think that could be a good idea. Because I don't think trial Aizen probably going to be B4. I really doubt it, at least. I'd be kind of crazy if they just give you, you know, fully boundary characters to use for trial. And just be like, I have a ball. The whales would be complaining like nobody's business. Be like, why do all these free-to-plays overwhelm me? I spent $2,000 for this? Where's my supremacy that was promised? Alright, let's see. I don't think they are max dupe plays. I think you being duped by thinking they're max duped. I think the only time they give you max dupe characters is for the newest character in the trials. In like the ranking events they have events, but I don't think they give it here. I mean, I'll try them out, but I don't think there's a way to check how many dupes they have. Okay. There we go. Alright, decent damage, decent damage. We might be cooking. I don't know yet. Kinda early to tell. Or we might be getting cooked. Depends on how you look at it. I will give it a shot, Blaze. I will give it a shot. I'm a man of my word if I say I do. And I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong, if I'm wrong. But that would be just kind of crazy if they do give you, like, fully boundary characters just to have ball with. It would be nice, but I just don't think that's happening. I mean, even B1 Gin is better than B0, to be honest. Oh, it didn't crit! It didn't crit! No! God. You hate to see that. Pretty much Kakarot. Oh, why is the damage so low? God. Aizen, just help the man out. Do me some crits. God. Hi, Damri. Hopefully you're doing well. So I've got to preoccupy here for a second. Go. Okay, this is gonna be clutch. We might be able to do this. Aizen, it's all on you! No, man. Nah, it ain't happening. Oh, God. So close. Alright, fine. Let's try Trial Game. This Trial Game might be better. My Aizen does the heavy lifting. It's just a little bit. I need a little bit of push at the end. If he critted twice, he would have been dead. It just, I don't have a 100% crit rate, so it's kind of like a toss-up. This kid is actually probably better. Oh, I can't rank up with them. So I can rank up with trial characters. You know, I want the rank. I ain't doing it with trial characters if there's no rank involved. You kidding me? I want it just for the rank. What is the point otherwise? Nah, we're doing this live. Listen. We're going in. I'm not above just brute forcing my way through this. nice. Good, the spiritual dissipation before we pop off Aizen. Aizen just crit. Nice, that's what we're talking about. 5.5 mil, nice. That's lovely. Exactly what we need right now. Listen, if I didn't have any self-respect left, Liz, I probably would have. I probably would have. Look, Liz, boundaries are expensive. I don't know what to tell you. I'm proving my loyalty by exclusively playing with him on anything and everything in this game, so I feel like I'm doing my part. Okay. I don't think I have enough pulls, to be honest. Listen, it's 160 pulls that I don't have. Do you understand that? If I had the pulls, I might have done it, but I don't. I have literally like maybe 60 pulls tops. I'm broke. Easy for you to say, Hakim. The Mr. Man I buy every single pack in existence. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the damage is like. Okay, nice. That was great. Good, 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 good. Love to see that. Okay. Good. My lights were so impressed with my gameplay that they decided to fall down. Very good. But I have only one light on my monitor. Pretty nice. And I can't even go and fix it. So now I'm just one light, man. There are healers in this game, Kakra, but they're not very good. Shall we say? Yeah. Oh, God. That wasn't good. Alright, I fixed my lights now. Let's retry the How dare this bold son of a gun do that to my eyes? Unbelievable. Let me get back into my mindset. I can definitely do this. Okay. Listen, Liz, we're in it to win it. Failure is not an option in this household. We are all winners and we shall behave as such. Go. I do indeed. I do indeed have B0 again. I didn't feel like I needed to go for Gin, to be honest. Oh, I messed that one up. Okay, hold up. Let me retry that quickly. I got my Nell B2, to be honest. The thing is, I just didn't feel like Gin was worthwhile duping because he will be replaced at some point in the future, but Nell is pretty foolproof considering she's a tactical unit. But there's always going to be new DPSs in this game. You can't really avoid it. So I'm not really stressed out about having dupes on my damage dealers. Because to be fair, Nell does more damage anyway than Gin, in some cases for me. She does stay longer on field though. Gin's damage is more passive, which I feel like he makes actually a brilliant sub DPS. Because he just, you know, you don't even need to have him on field for him to kind of pop off, which is nice. You can, Liz. You can't. It's a verbal agreement. No paperwork inside, because no paper traces. We don't do that around here. Because if there's no paper trace, you can't prove anything. That's how we work. Okay. Not too bad. Now listen, Hakim. I'm trying my best. What else do you want? I never said that I was the best at this game. Never did I. So you just gave a visual example of what not to do. Okay, because if I was the best at the game, I wouldn't need boundaries. I would beat it without. Okay, there we go. Let's see how much damage we can do now. Oh man, he didn't crit! Guys, and come on! Don't do me like that. Alright. Okay. We don't look too bad. This might be doable. Well, as you see, that's why mini fridge go invented. You just get a little fridge right next to your bed, and you never have to go out, ever. Oh man. I think my Aizen is 51% plus his weapon, so 75 in total, I believe. Well, Liz, sometimes you have to focus in life. And trust me, I'm not the one to say it, but sometimes you have to think as well. Oof, that's a big one. Me and thinking go like oil and water, just don't mix. We're not one of the same. Never were, never will be. We were born on different sides. Let's see, that's enough. No worries, Angel. Stay safe out there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. So close! Gah! Hi there, Saturday, glad to see you, hopefully you're doing well. I just need a little bit of RNG on my side. A little bit of RNG. Whatever, it's fine, it's fine. That's very kind of you to say that the stream is a reward. It's more like a punishment, like a purgatory. That you are condemned to. You're watching me suffer here. Well, I'm glad you at least having fun, guys. That's all that matters. If my suffering can bring a little bit of joy to your day, that's great. Because at least then it's worth it. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. Oh, is it your birthday today, Savik? I completely forgot. Happy birthday, big man. Golly. Sorry, I completely forgot. Savik is similar age to me, shall we say. He's an old soul. You should have reminded me, Savik, because I completely forget dates. Like, my brain doesn't function whatsoever. Well, better be late than never, you know? Let's just pretend like it's your birthday today. I mean, to be honest, neither am I, Hakim. Like, when it comes to birthdays, I'm not really a celebratory guy. To me, I'm like, it's just, you know, you're getting older, what's there to celebrate? Like, I know it sounds a bit pessimistic, but it's like, I don't know. Okay. The thing about birthdays is like, well, you're getting older. Great. It's like, you know, it's not anything that exciting. It's not like you're graduating or, you know, getting married or something worth celebrating. It's like, I don't know. The gifts are nice. The gifts are nice, you know, but other than that, I don't know. That's a good number, Savik. That's a good number. It's all about having fun, you know? I'm not a big celebratory guy either. It's better to have like a small tiny group of friends that you can just celebrate these little things with and just have a good time. Well, that is true, Savik. That is true. That's a good way of looking at it. You know, just a little wind down time. I think we all need it occasionally. Because life is all about hustle and bustle, but sometimes... Wow. how did my Gin die? Jesus Christ, this guy. I hate his guts so much. Let me try again. Listen, Cyric, this is not canonical fight over here. We don't go off the canon. Doesn't exist in this universe. That doesn't sound like a burst, Elias. That sounds like dictatorship. That you just allowed to perpetuate for a day. And to be fair, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just, you know, you gotta acknowledge that that's what it is. I don't know, Hakim, I'm just that good. I subvert all the expectations. Go. It's hard to dodge 2 attacks, not to dot damage. I don't actually take any hits, it's just dot damage. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty lackluster, Void. Pretty lackluster. Not gonna lie. Quite a bit of a hustle. The thing is, I'm literally at like the last few health bars every single time. And it's a bit of an RNG because I can definitely do it. It's just sometimes Aizen doesn't decide to crit. And it kinda, you know, messes up the entire spiel, shall we say. But otherwise, we're doing alright. Like, all I need is just to get a couple lucky attacks where my Aizen does actually crit, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's not very nice to point fingers, Liz. Come on. You see, this is what I mean, like, if he critted every time, this would be a breeze. It's just saying consistent that kind of messes me up right now. But it's okay. It's okay. Beggars can be choosers. We just gotta do what we gotta do. We'll get there in the end. As long as we believe in ourselves, that's all that matters. Okay. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, Void. That's what I'm trying to do. go.
砕けろ強化水拳